Hello and welcome to day 5 of the Men's Health Awareness Challenge. Today I thought we could just talk about our mindset and mindfulness and how important this is to our health and well-being. Quite often we just think about the physical aspects of health and we manage to forget about the psychological and emotional side of things. And I think part of men's health has to be to do with reducing the stigma around emotions and actually encouraging people to talk about how they're feeling, about what they're experiencing and how they're coping. And if they're not coping, what strategies can we put into place to help people cope better? And also what health professionals can people access, maybe just in the short term, to help them deal with their emotions better, because we do have specialist services for this, and the reason we have specialist services to support people with their emotions is because they're needed. And there's lots of people that will have never dealt with a cancer diagnosis before or never had experience of cancer before, and therefore this is new to you. This is something you might never have dealt with and you don't know how you're going to feel. So if you keep talking about it, about how you're feeling, speak to your family and friends, speak to your health professionals and get them to signpost you into the relevant services. As I've said, this isn't something you're necessarily going to continue to need if you deal with it from the beginning. So, a few things that you can do at home I think is also really important. So I think looking at our mindset, being aware of our mindset and how we're generally feeling is really important. But if you can live in the present for as much time as possible, it will help you to feel better. So a lot of people end up either living in the past and they have the guilt of why didn't they do this and why did they say that, and if they'd have done something different, their outcome and their current situation would have been different. And with a cancer diagnosis, that is very relevant. So people can really beat themselves up about different things they've done and why didn't they go sooner. So there's lots of problems around that. But also people that live in the future, which is the what ifs. What if this happens? What if my treatment doesn't work? What if my cancer comes back? It's a really unhealthy place to be. Being aware and being rational and realistic about what could happen is fine. And you have to be aware of that. But if you're constantly finding the what ifs, you're going to struggle much more so. So try and pull yourself back to the present moment. One way of doing this is to go for a walk or sit in your garden, or even if you're doing the washing up or cleaning, just try and hold yourself in the present moment. And that could be just by thinking of 3 things that you can see, 3 things that you can hear at that time, 3 things that you can smell, and 3 things that you can touch. So if you do that, you will be in the present moment. Your brain won't be able to keep skipping forward into the what ifs or back into the past of what could have beens. It will hold you in the present. And the more you practice doing that, the more naturally it will come to you. So try and do that and keep practicing it, and you will get better at doing it and find that you're doing it more easily. So try and live in the present moment. The next thing I wanted to talk to you about was reflection and giving yourself the time and space to reflect and enjoy yourself, but also doing the things you love to do and things that make you happy and focusing on that, but also reflecting on where you are, what's going on at the moment and how you feel generally. Another good way is to consider gratitude, and I talk about gratitude quite a lot because I believe that if the more you focus on the things around you that you're grateful for, the happier and more positive you will be at the start of each day, and giving yourself a good starting place can only be of benefit to you. So you can do this in a number of ways, but one way is just to wake up in the morning and before you do anything else, spend some time thinking of 3 things that you are grateful for. Now you could have many more than that, you could go up to 10 or 20 depending on how much time you have, but even if you could just do 3 things, and it might end up being the 3 same things each day, but you might notice that things change a little bit and that you find different things that you're grateful for. But if you focus on those things and you're appreciating what's going on around you, you'll realise how many good things there are in your life and how much gratitude you can have for the good aspects of your life, which is just a very positive mindset to be in. And finally, I just wanted to talk to you about meditation and the importance of meditation for some people. Now, it's not something that everybody gets on with, so it's something that you can practice and something that you can try. And it's something that some people use prior to stressful appointments, or if they're feeling worried about going for their scan results, or they're waiting to have a CT scan, they may try and practice doing it outside in the waiting area prior to going in for their scan or for their appointment, when they know anxiety is going to be higher. So you can either do visualization, which is just imagining that you are somewhere else, somewhere you love, somewhere where you want to be, surrounded by people that care and support you. That can be really uplifting for some people, that you can just take yourself off to a different place and just be there in your mind. And then the other thing is the meditation side of things, which is a guided meditation, which we can run through in a minute. I'll turn the screen off and we can just have a practice of that. And again, it's something that you can use time and time again. There are many different meditations out there that you can practice using and that you might find suit you. So it's just finding the space and giving yourself the peace to process what's going on for you and how you're coping, and acknowledging some of the feelings that you are having to deal with. So as I say, in a moment I'll switch off the screen and we will go through a meditation together. So I hope you found this useful. There's a huge amount more, and there's lots of other coping strategies that we can focus on and talk about, but seeing your health professionals, living in the present moment, being grateful for what we have, and also trying to utilise visualisations or meditations on a regular basis can be really useful. So as I say, I hope you found this useful. I'll switch off the screen now and we will go straight into a meditation.